Hey guys, welcome to week 3. Believe it or not, we are halfway through the semester. So this week we have our midterm. I think I misspoke last week when I said it was 5%. It's actually 10% of your final grade. Still not a huge chunk, so don't freak out. And it's pretty standard. If you've had me before, you know what to expect. 25 questions, they're worth 4 points each, and you'll have 30 minutes to take the exam. So, I think everybody so far has been really involved in the discussions and going through the lecture material, so I'm not worried about any of you. It is multiple choice, true and false, and fill in the blank. So, like I said, if you've had me before, you know what to expect. Just kind of go over the lecture material, maybe rewatch the videos if you want to take some notes down while you're watching them. That's fine. But yeah, it's not a huge thing, but you don't have any lecture material this week since you do have the midterm. So there is that. The next thing would be the newsletter, your submission for this week, which is kind of, I know last week we talked about kind of looking at different fonts and seeing what's out there, seeing what kind of font personalities match your design for your newsletter. So this week you'll be placing your fonts in, kind of think about sizing, the hierarchy, what you want people to look at first, and then kind of go into, the text information, but make sure that it's readable for the viewer. So yeah, you're going to be kind of placing all your fonts in there. You should have already put your pictures in there. So we're getting close to kind of finishing off the newsletter, and then we'll do all the pre-press, and packaging your final newsletter file. So far you guys have been doing great. I've been kind of giving you different pointers here and there. This week, your discussion is going to be a critique of your week 2 submission of your newsletter. So what you sent in to me this past week, placing your pictures in, you should have had your basic layout done. So you're going to post that in your discussion thread, and then I want you guys to kind of critique each other's work back and forth. So, one thing you like about it, one thing you think maybe somebody could alter that might enhance their design, or anything that you think would be beneficial for your peers. Because while it is good for an outsider to be looking at your work, you're only getting my point of view. So I want to make sure that you guys are kind of getting a peer review and seeing, what they have so far. Maybe it's something you want to implement into your design, or maybe it's a question you have for one of your classmates, like, hey, how did you get that done? Or how did you think about doing that? So I think it's extremely beneficial for you guys to kind of bounce back and forth off of your peers, as opposed to just me all the time. So that's going to be your discussion this week. And then you have one assignment, and it's pretty cool, I think. So there's like text effects that you can do, and there's a lot of really in-depth text effects that you can do in Illustrator and Photoshop, all that kind of stuff. These are just simple, really quick text effects that you could do that might enhance your work a little bit in any of the design problems that you're facing. So, and these are in Photoshop, and I know I think everybody so far has worked in Photoshop before, even if it hasn't been with me. So you guys should all be pretty familiar with Photoshop as a software. So I'm not concerned about that, but it's it's pretty fun. Just have fun with it. It's just something creative that I thought you guys might find interesting and maybe take something out of. So that's pretty much it for this week. I didn't want to overload you with the midterm and lecture material and more lecture material in a discussion. So you have your midterm, your newsletter, the text effects assignment, and your discussion, which is your critique of the newsletter so far. So that's pretty much it this week. And like I said, we're halfway through the semester, which is crazy. But you guys are all doing great so far. So if you have any questions, you can reach out to me. I try to get back to you guys as soon as I can. And enjoy the week. I will chat with you soon. All right, bye.